Welcome to the Tangled Puppet. Go on ahead and hit that like, that share, and the subscribe for me so as many people can get the message, okay? Alright, collective. Archangel Michael, the ancestors, the angels of the highest, widest order, we ask that you ascend down into this present moment, giving us guidance, clearance, helping us heal and ascend, evolve to our proper timeline that we can now hold. In your holy name we pray, as above, so below. Okay, collective, as soon as I turned it on, I felt this energy, this nervousness, okay? A lot of sacral and solar perplexed chakra. But there's some type of ancient wisdom. It's a deep inner knowing that is merging from within you. You're breaking some type of barriers. All right, Holy Father, show me the gateway that you would like me to take the collective through today to heal, ascend to their proper timeline. Collective, this is you taking action, okay, with some type of enthusiastic embrace for life. Boundless possibilities, okay? I'm seeing you jump over this river. Some type of emotions, they could have been flowing through like your upper heart, but I'm seeing it, your upper heart take activation, bloom, blossom. You jumping over these hurdles, something that's helping you embrace your future, okay? You're stepping into the future with an open heart now. The things that were holding you back are no longer. What was once a river is now a solid path for you, okay? You don't even have to hop over. You're able to follow it now. It's a fresh new start for you, collective. A wonderful new beginning. It's because you're healing the past, okay? You're sharing yourself. You're embracing some type of incredible, generous energy when it comes to you finding strength and clarity. You're surrendering to some type of ebb and flow, and it's you healing and then healing others, you sharing and taking action. Look, you're proceeding into this path. Your inner powers are growing. In moments of quietude, they're telling you to give yourself a lot of self-love right now. A lot of, I'm seeing a bathtub, maybe spiritual baths. Maybe it's gonna help you manifest your dreams. Maybe you're gonna listen to music. Maybe you're just gonna indulge. But I'm also seeing a mirror here. I'm seeing you truly tap in to your authentic energy in moments where it's quiet, your strength, your powers, you're really indulging into who you are. This is allowing you to move past some type of spiritual narcolepsy where the veil needed to be repaired, okay? There could have been a lot of breakage, energy. I'm not trying to say a lot of energy breaking, like distorted energy in your aura or your biofield, okay? There's a sacred contract that you hold with the universe, okay? This contract here is you knowing that the universe has your back. It's also allowing you to know that as long as you abide by your sacred contracts, you will be able to embrace the future, take action. It's you learning lessons and learning about your contract, okay? It's you understanding how to be your authentic self. You're not refusing the call anymore either. There could be people in the community that are gathering around. They're seeing you move past some type of obstacle, past this matrix into the divine matrix, okay? You're replenishing. You're being very transparent as well. It's because you're authentic now. There's a connection in the community that's going to allow you to become very adaptable, especially when it's you taking action towards this contract that you hold with the universe. You're acquiring a lot of knowledge right now that's helping you transform, okay? It's patience, a lot of patience, a lot of stillness, okay? I am just doing a reading for whose ever energy I'm picking up. I'm picking up on somebody who is embarking their sacred contract with the universe by being authentic, okay? Like I said, you're acquiring a lot of knowledge. It's wisdom. There's power in this wisdom. You're finding this power through the divine, okay? You're going with the flow. You could like mermaids. You could like the ocean. It's something about owls. I'm seeing you be very optimistic, okay? Just really going with the flow. This is your power. This is that fire that's burning from you from within, okay? There's a spiritual community that's paying attention. What are they paying attention to? Maybe your power, your wisdom. It's your perception, the way your routine. It's small steps. They're seeing how the universe has your back. They're going to ask you for some type of help, okay? Maybe you're helping change their perception. Something about the angel number 511, 711. It's bringing a lot of changes into the mind, the body, the soul. A lot of synchronicities. You could be seeing. This is cause and effect, divine intelligence. They want you to pay attention to the signs. It's like glittery orbs along your path. Something that says, hey, let's walk this way. Something that tells you, let's go left instead of right. All of this is bringing you towards your abundance, okay? It's that non-judgmental reflection that when you just do it, you follow your intuition, you're going to reap the rewards that are waiting on you. Look, it's a material wealth, some type of true prosperity lies on this path you're heading down, you're following. A lot of generosity and gifts are going to be coming to you. Someone sees you as a gift, and they could be bringing you a gift very soon. Some type of kindness. Holy Father, show me the overall energy of the person I'm reading for. Oof. Look, you're somebody that you're not having to go against the clock anymore. Like, you're not in a rush, okay? You're completely balanced. People are seeing that. They're also seeing that you put some type of effort in to manifest these miracles. And it worked. You got this vitality. Look, you're mastering your destiny. So I'm picking up, we've got 44 out here, 144, but we got 4, 4, 4, 4 out here all in a row with 2, 2. So you could be seeing those numbers, synchronicities, as your manifestations are coming in, okay? You made a wish when you were sad. You could have really been in your feelings about something. Maybe it was in February of 2025. And you just picked up one of these dandelions and blew on it and you made a wish. You spoke something out. The universe heard you. Speak this out. Look, you're facing the music that you're golden. It's because you're being authentic. You took this road less traveled. You have a support system, and it's the universe. And your life is like spilling the tea to everybody who didn't want to see this about you, about how you gave it a whirl. And you actually became a star. There's something that was broken off of you recently. Look, something that wasn't your energy. It wasn't for you. Not your circus, not your monkeys. Like, You're not even buying tickets to this circus anymore. You're just not going there. Somebody messed around and found out that you unlocked your mind, that you faced the fact about it, that you didn't speak about it, that you've seen all the different hats that were put on you, all the different things they wanted you to do, all the different things that, responsibilities, okay? You've seen it. That's why you made this wish. You're like, I just have to. You could be this homebody. And this wish pertained to your contract. It pertained to your energy. It pertained to your vitality. It had to do with things that you've already let go of. You let die. Things that had blossomed in this energy of healing when it comes to you. It's not stuck stagnant anymore, okay? It's complete balance. It's two whole pillars of your masculine and your feminine energy coming into alignment. All of this was a blessing for you in disguise, for you to look deep, for you to pull each mask off you've had to wear to people please, to take action for others, to fulfill what needed to be done. All this stuff that was in black and white here, where it had to be unlocked, okay? It had, you know, you've reached that ultimate temperature with this energy. So you had to pull yourself together by examining your heart, your inners, your morals, your values, your emotions, how things were flowing deep within you. Like, in order to climb out of the fishbowl, you had to see it for what it was, okay? You couldn't keep this third eye blind. You had to remove it. You had to put the glasses on. Like, no hiding it here. So by April 2nd, something about April 2nd, 2023, you didn't want to see that truth. But you took the blinders off. You've seen the truth of it, of your sacred contract, of what you needed to do to rise, how you had to move. Like, your heart could have been really rusty at that moment. Maybe you took actions on your true heart's desire, something that was really tugging at you. That's why this energy broke off of you, okay? So the energy broke off and you're able to hit your target. You're rising above. You've got your hope back. You're getting your faith back. You're seeing things for the way that they are now. There's some type of wisdom too, and you gathered it, you acquired it, you seen it for what it was. You could have felt really nervous when I tapped in to this reading, to this energy. A wave of anxiety hit me, a wave of detoxing hit me, a wave of healing energy hit me. It was just like a lot of sweat all at once, and then it's just slowly fading away. So as you integrate into this energy, as you allow what you've healed to step into your new place, your new position, your new vessel, as you've cleaned it up, you've redone it. It's like you're calming down. You're finding strength in your calmness. You're realizing there's nothing weak about it. It's just you being authentic, thinking before acting, you know, and then thinking before speaking, and then taking action. No stagnancy here. You're possible now. You are the life of the party, where people didn't think you would make it to this possible energy. They're eating their words. These people could have been rude to you. They could have shut you out. They could have put up a lot of boundaries when it came to you. That could have been why you were sad. You had to go back to the roots. You had to go back to you. You had to step back in and remember why and where it all began. All aboard on this road, on this journey inside your mind. Easy does it. You went into the meditation. You slowly stepped back in and you unwound it all. You read the story again for what it was. No shades of emotions, no shades of expectations, no shades. It was a new perception. It was a new way of using your discernment and seeing the truth about everything. This road less traveled here give you that golden Midas touch when it came to your vitality, your energy, you doing what was best for you, you following that road of your heart, you stepping into this sacred contract and being your authentic self, no matter who, what, where. You freed yourself from all attachments and followed your true soul song, that vibration that only your song can vibe, your soul's energy can vibe at. Each one has its own. It's your energetic code. This allowed you to activate your soul's tribe. It's like They seen your light come on, like a lot of light come on. People didn't want you to be seen as somebody who had your ducks in a row. So they cut, they thought when they cut these cords that your mind, like, you wouldn't be able to keep up. You wouldn't be able to stay in the position you were, like something would fall, like you would be upset, you wouldn't see it, okay? You wouldn't rise. That's what I'm seeing. So there was a lot of energy, like I said, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things, a lot of tickets to this circus that was never for you. You're not the clown, you're not the monkey, you're not the viewer of it either. It's not even your business, okay? So you had to face the music about that, and you moved forward. This communication, this new you who pays attention, you seeing the new perception, you understanding the synchronicities, cause and effect as well, is giving you a lot of power in who you are, a lot of strength in who you are, okay? You have this mystic divine love. You know that love is divine, and you're accepting nothing but love in your energy, and that's part of you birthing out this cosmic egg, okay? You're this divine feminine. You are that cosmic egg. You are this ball of liquid golden energy that came from the divine, and within you is the universe. That's part of this contract. It's part of the fact that you're ever expanding through the vibration of love, through self-knowledge, through your interior and outer layers matching, okay? You're trusting the answers that you're finding within. This is also leading you towards an abundant job. There's an inside job you've done inside yourself that you're going to be abundantly rewarded for. That's your eternal flame being lit from within again. Yeah, because you could have felt like with all this energy that the wilderness was your natural language, like where you were always having to have your huntress or your hunter, like high peak level, like it was always having to stay on guard, okay? You're realizing that nothing about you was ever broken, okay? That you were put through those positions in order for you to find that voice of your body, the voice of your soul, for you to choose to live and to choose life and have the desire to live, okay? So that you could have went through so much that maybe once upon a time you didn't want to live. You didn't have the desire. You didn't see life in a position of worth wanting to be there anymore, okay? Your ego became of service to your mind instead of to your soul, where you could trust your soul's divine timing to take action, okay? So your ego become out of balance. And with every moment, you could feel yourself slipping away. So you had to take your power back. You had to do this by... How'd they do it? How'd they call their power back? What was the action? Love is your lineage, okay? Gratitude in your religion. So you started going back to the roots of things. You started stepping into a place with God, using your discernment. You spent time wisely. You only said yes when it was a holy hell yes, and that meant if it was messages from the divine, it had to come from there or from within you. You no longer allowed outsiders to speak spoken words on your life. You became the prayer that was moving in your own life. You started writing your own story by speaking out these prayers. Yeah, you transformed pain and suffering into a greater capacity of love. And that's how you became this warrior, this saint, this warrior of love here, that's devoted to attracting resources and support. You don't hunt it anymore. You attract it now. That is the difference in you. You're like the apostles to the apostles, this Mary Magdalene energy. Now you're the bridge between heaven and earth. Now you fully are human and fully divine, okay? You have stepped into your most divine energy. Something about red. You could like the energy and the color of red. You're honoring your anger, and you give it to a voice when you wear that red. You understand that you giving a voice to it is also receiving the energy from the universe, and like a merciful energy. When you speak about it, they help you transmute it. They're removing it from your life. Yeah, you're like a diamond in the rough out here, okay? Because in the dark, in your own darkness, you were that light. You were so bright like a diamond that you just started twinkling like a star in the sky, okay? And so now your ego is faced with the beliefs that set you free, and you shattered it. You freed yourself from that as well, okay? This is the enlightened divine feminine now. You're not just a divine feminine, you're enlightened. You're beyond wise, okay? You're trusting your intuition so much, okay? You have a blessing coming to you. It's because you were courageous enough to give birth to the divine through you, to become that pure vessel. Look, she's got her crown on, and it's highly illuminated out here, okay? So I'm seeing this miraculous prayer that you created become a powerful channel for all possibilities of your life. Unconditional love exists within you. And in this presence of love, the absence of judgment, okay? So you are a prophet, and you step in your true power. You called back all your power from all places, and you are your own now. And so this woman has wings. You could be an earth angel, but she's wearing a crown. She's of that one consciousness. It's something about you getting your flowers from the divine in a blessing away in some time, in a way that you didn't expect this blessing to come in. I'm telling you, you can count your pennies on it. If you've been counting pennies, you won't be anymore. You're going to have a, look, you're moving forward. I'm telling you, you're going to have enough to give back, more than you ever dreamed of before. You could really like red and green. You could be working with your heart and your root chakra, finding stability in it, and then you stepped into the upper chakra, and that propelled you over the hurdles that you had never stepped before. It was parts of the heart you never explored before. You could have had an open heart, but you just never journeyed in the upper heart chakra. That's where you found your peace of mind. I'm telling you, it was seeking satisfaction beyond frustration. You've seen it. It was that little diamond light that led you there, okay? So as you're moving forward in this own energy with this divine contract into a place where you have this blessing that you can count your pennies on, you're letting go of the past by moving forward into a place of play, in a place of confidence, in a place where you're illuminated for your light, okay? Positive attitude. You're walking through that portal, okay? You transformed everything negative into positive, of growth, a harvest. Look, where your ego is now controlled by modesty. Look at you go. You know, finesse. You resolved a conflict by shifting the blame. You accepted people for who they were. You paid attention to the differing opinions of other people and became grateful for that person, being thankful and realizing that whatever conflict was there was actually a gift to you to transform, to shift, so you could accept life is the opportunity to welcome all this new change. But it was just one thing at a time for this renewal for you. You're free of attachments. You're definitely free of attachments. You're experiencing every moment free, selling, free, moving in some type of delightful, intimate, where you're seeing into another, seeing into yourself. You're also tending to the flowers of this relationship with you, with your spiritual contract, where you're aligning your inner and outer landscape, where your life is harmonized, okay? You're standing in your power and your strength and staying in the flow, okay? So if you were worried about your contract, about the way it was going, what was happening, because you were just in this all of a sudden so still energy that it felt hollow, okay, and you were needing clarity so you could stand firm. Maybe you felt very vulnerable all of a sudden. You just needed a lot of clarity about your sacred contract. This is definitely your message, okay? Look, it's you standing in this place of levitation, belief, mastery, meditation from the wilderness, okay? You could have a lot of energy of new spirit guides, new ancestors, All of this was the secret, the senses, the new visions that you are having, the new energy around you. It's a lot of new guides for you, but they're there to help you. Look, with this astral traveling, it's them being all around you. It's possible. It's the inner dreams. It's travel. You're having a lot of freedom. They're helping you find freedom through finding this higher grounds. Okay, you could be astral traveling a lot. I'm definitely picking up on that drawing down of the moon, that divine feminine, that source, that stillness that we're picking up on. You're a traveler. You travel through your inner dreams. This is where you're finding freedom. It's possibilities you never thought you would. There's some type of service you're up to when you astral travel. It's something you do in the spirit that you have a high calling, a very high calling over your spirit, over your soul of what you do. You have this infinite wisdom to help release its protection, its soul alignment. So you're definitely all the way in alignment. Okay, there's a revolution that's coming about you. There's two different yin and yang energies out here. That's so much balance you have in your life. Okay, it's you following that eternal song of your soul. There was a hex that was over your life that was also causing all this, that the final goodbye, the hollow heart. It's no longer keeping you in that energy of hurt. You've got blossoms over your heart. You're not the hermit. You've expanded. You've got pure intent, and you're doing everything with divine timing. And people are putting respect on your name. There's a lot of information, secret information that people see you have that hold power and strength with expansion. Past life power brought to present life, and information to hold strength and expansion. Something about that. Yeah, you command and then put into action. You have this medicine about you, some type of mantra, medicine. You are the medicine. You are the mantra. It's your prayer. It holds supreme. There's celebrations coming to you. It's your soul alignment, soul retrieval type of energy here. You could need to mark something down by the hour. You could be a Scorpio. It's something about the name Rose Matthew Adams Melody. Like I said, you could definitely be a Scorpio, some type of Scorpio Aries. We have a Cancer here and a Libra and another Libra and an Aries. Okay, this could be your message, but all of these are representing people that you're close to, people in your circle. It's something about a Gemini being very superficial or indecisive with a Cancer Libra here, and it's something about them being ruled by Venus. There's a different aspect to the story about a Capricorn being in reverse. It's something about big karma coming back with Saturn that has to do with this. So you following your authentic self, you taking action, karma's coming back through Saturn. A lot of big energy is coming back to this person who you broke that energy off. Okay, the angels are coming through telling you that you're full of love, and you need to share that with one another, and because you are the vibration of love. Be open to receive. You do deserve to receive. Okay, so they're telling you to share it and receive it, back to that equal give or take. They definitely want you to take time for yourself, time to have fun. And what goes around comes around. And that's the message the angels have. What you've been sending out, helping humanity with, what you've been doing along this path is taking you to a whole nother place. Some type of financial center. You're like going to the business district. Maybe you have open a new business on the business district of wherever you live. Some type of grand central hub, some type of market here. All of this is going to allow you to have a lot of blooms, a lot of abundance coming to you, a lot of rewards, a lot of delights, okay? They're like, if you don't have plants outside of your new business, put some roses, put you a garden out there. This is going to help you see the strength of your business. As they grow and they blossom, so with this business. You've got strength and endurance. People are seeing that you're not going to stop. You're not giving up. And you've got the equipment to keep going, okay? They see your destiny unfolding in front of their very eyes. It's something about you getting in that elevator and just taking off, just going all the way to the tippy top. You could have got on this train recently to go to the post office. Maybe you had to go through an elevator to get back home, but there's some type of written correspondence or a package. Maybe you thought you weren't going to get it. It was some type of airway express. Okay, so maybe you got it. It maybe had to be flown to you, something through the airs. Maybe you're going to get some type of email. You're going to be sitting in a living room after some type of emotions come. It's going to be a lot of emotions, but it's cleansing, it's cleaning, it's clean, clear, precise renewal in your life. It's comfort, it's space, it's a family gathering. All of this, it could be right after you get out of a shower, after you get out of the bath, this spiritual bath I was talking about. After you finish cleansing your energy, this renewal, your emotions, there's going to be a gathering, maybe in the living room. All of this is taking, this gathering is going to take things to a new level. It's the assembly line here. What's the assembly line? For this templed path, okay, for your spiritual guidance. You're going to talk about some things. You're going to meditate on it. Some type of emotion, some type of reflections. Even your spiritual practices. And this is taking you to this elevation of your perspective, okay? Knowledge. Maybe you have a book collection in this new business you just opened up. Maybe you have a book collection in your home. You feel home now. You know you belong. Because this is the birthplace where all of your dreams are taking place. It's like, get the sprinklers, get the fireworks. Let's celebrate, okay? Because you're now understanding this path. All them emotions, all of the things you had to put the boundaries up, why everything happened this way. It was so you would believe in possibilities and pursue your goals, okay? So there's some type of live activities that are going to take place. This is all that melting pot. Maybe it's a grand opening. This is going to be an area where a lot of things are healed in your life, where a lot of elements take place, where the next phase starts is what I'm hearing. It's going to come and go, okay? You're going to have so many blessings happening for you. A lot of tranquil emotions. It's a lot of peace. It's a lot of... You could have a pool party. It could be something about a gathering around water, okay? That could be that social event. Maybe in some type of wildlife area. Once you get there to that parking spot, that parking garage, you see, you reflect. You're going to see how everything, all this research, all of these experiments that you've been through in life, it was a lesson for you to have this infinite possibility in your life, for things to take off. So you're definitely going on a road journey. You're definitely going to be going somewhere for work. You're going to throw it all in. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be your jackpot moment, okay? Where you're going to win. It's a competitive environment, but you are going to win. That's fair. That's justice for you, okay? That's the verdict. It's because you've learned a lesson, because you stopped, you put a framed view on it, and then you stepped into that mystic haven, that inner wisdom. All right, collective, so you are your inner wisdom. You are that light in the darkness. You are what is taking you and your bloodline from a place of unfinished business to a place where things are mathing, things are adding up, okay? You can finally see what it was all for, okay? Yeah. Your bloodline feels like you've taken them. Look, with the whole bloodline here, the whole community of them, okay? You took them from a place Show me where they were. Yeah, they needed a transformation. There was a lot of mental illnesses. Everything's coming full circle now. Yeah, it's because this was a long time goal of your bloodline for somebody to have this mental transformation, to put in the effort to heal what has kept them alone and stuck from rising, from taking action for a long time. I'm seeing them all clap. I'm seeing a lot of people around. Look, there's definitely been a holographic healing, an awakening, common ground, forgiveness and gratitude. These are the things that you healed in the bloodline. Some type of common ground with seduction, addiction, forgiveness, gratitude, working for your goals, freedom, I'm telling you. Energy transmission with communication, because complete surrender happened with self-discipline. You saved your bloodline. You helped them rise. And there's a lot of emotions, a lot of energy happening right now, okay? You're becoming a mentor to those who don't want to take action, to those who don't want to stand up. 777, 88 out here, 4, 24. You're embracing a big transition that's going to make a positive situation even more positive. You're going to take a negative situation and make it positive, but you're showing the way. Many people, okay? Many people. There's a lot of people who are about to open up contact with you. They're going to return the favor. They're like, oh my gosh, do you know what you did for me? Do you know how you helped me? It's something, yeah, it's because they want to be devoted, because you were devoted to them. You helped them see things past some type of fear where they alchemize it. And because you were generous, they're going to be generous with you. This is a big change. This helped this is your ancestors too. They're telling you, because you brought such a big change, you better believe it. We're going to bring a big change to your life, okay? I'm seeing a big masculine telling you to be a grandfather or somebody, that they're sharing some type of culture ideas with you in this present moment. They're putting the pieces in. They're like restoring you. They're healing you. I'm seeing them like just open you up to so much new change you couldn't believe. You could be leaving home very soon. I said you're going to be traveling for work. This is going to shift everything out. It's really good intentions. It has to do with some type of spiritual technology and renewed hope, okay? So, unconditional love has drawn back in your soul. It's healed where it was once not healed, okay? The numbers 22 and 7 is back out here again. It's all right, collective. You could have had a lot of... They're like, plant the seed. Okay, you could have had a lot of karma coming back around from a past life. Okay, it could have been Lemurian, Atlantean, something about that. And, okay, so when you carry this energy from a past life, it has to be extinguished. It has to be healed. It has to stop. It has to come to a halt somehow or another, but it doesn't just go away. You have to do the work. You have to learn the lesson, okay? That's the point of it coming back around, so you can try again, okay? So I'm seeing somebody finally step in and see the past life. Look, a small circle of things. It could have been a whole group of the 144. Maybe they had a vision. Maybe they started seeing a lot of their past lives. I'm hearing a lot of visions. Yeah, where things stopped them, alienated them. It's some type of non-human experience they had of the mind, okay? And all of these energies were sent so you would be able to find and heal, redirect the energy from karma to dharma, freeing your spirit from that energy of it, okay? So you have to go back, heal the problem to plunge forward. You got to purge from it and then plunge past it, okay? It's Orion energy in the present moment. You healed from that by learning to nurture you had to get to the very, very seed of the tippy top of the problem, you know, not where it started in this life, but where did the seed begin to be planted? There's ultimate evolution when it comes to love. You're like, where do the seeds begin to plant? Where do the morals, where do the values, where does it start? When does it happen? Okay. And I'm seeing somebody where people step into a place and you're looking around your life, okay, and you're reflecting, you're taking images, your mental notes, okay, you're in that filing cabinet, you're digging around, you're seeing, you're experiencing. Whether you have parents or you were orphaned or you didn't have parents, maybe you had nurturing parents, maybe you didn't. Each person has their own experience. But let's start with the seeds that were planted. If you're from healthy parents, both of them are still there. They both love you. It's just amazing for you and you're lucky and you don't really have a hard life. Of course, the seeds were very much planted. It was allowed to take root and take some type of growth, okay? But say that person falls into their first relationship in school, but it's trauma bond or their first real relationship. There's a lot of trauma bond. Oh my gosh, the tree stops growing. All of a sudden the heart chakra is frightened, it's scared, it's not expanding the energy that it once was. It starts closing off. Okay, but then you have another point of view over here where maybe it was always closed off. Maybe they had to trust and love themselves in order to make it. Okay, this person over here, they step into their first relationship, it hurts them too. They go into another one, it's also a lesson, it's also trials, it's tribulations this person goes through. Their heart has pretty much always been shut. They can go two ways. They can learn to become ice out, where nothing feels, nothing matters, okay? And in that place, they don't receive anything that's divine for them. They're just pushing through, exhausted over time. Survival fears, 101 at the most, okay? And then past that point, on the other path, okay, well, they could see all this and they could say, okay, I'm going to go forward. I'm going to take all these seeds of what I didn't like, what I knew I didn't want to be, how I know that love does not feel. Love is kind, love is patience, love is nurturing. Love is all of these things I've not experienced before. So I'm going to stack them in this little treasure chest and I'm going to know to experience love like this, like never before. Okay, this is finding your way. You started nurturing with your own emotions this seed that you planted yourself. Okay, you're building this structure of love. You're seeing how it's created. You're making a sturdy path with it. As a tree starts taking place, you're growing, you're healing, you're evolving, you keep going, you keep nurturing. You may come across things, oh my gosh, there's some type of emotional loss now. Now we have to grow in hard conditions. That's fine. You go through that grief process. You push through it. You become that beacon of light for yourself. The emotions begin to flow. The tree gets the water again. It begins to grow, okay? And as the tree begins to grow, it's fine. But say that this tree all of a sudden hits a harsh condition and it closes down so much that it doesn't flow. The tree dies off. The heart is closed. Now it has to be reawakened, reactivated, reconstructed. You have to reestablish that seed. You have to replant past this delusion that was to hold you in some type of control where you don't open your heart, where you don't vibe on that true energy of unconditional love where Christ conscious resides. Okay, this is your initiation and ceremony to rebuild, redo, redevelop your heart chakra to find balance for thy own self. Okay, so you could be somebody who has been doing that. Your life could go in many different examples, but as I said, even a child who is unwanted in the womb, the seed of unlove is already planted. The only thing you can do is math it and math it up. It doesn't feel like love. It's not love. This is not how it feels. So this is what I need to do, the opposite. Allow the tree to grow from the seed that's planted, but allow it to grow in positive conditions of flow where it's not growing through harsh conditions. If you have a seed that's planted of unwantedness, let it grow, stand firm, and that's not what you like. That's not how you want to do things. That's not the energy that you're accepting. This is the missing link for somebody. Either way, you need to let the seeds grow. Take it for what it is, accept the experience as it is with some type of blind enthusiasm, unfinished business. And then you beginning to save humanity is because you're seeing the purpose to anything unhealed. You're finding enthusiasm in healing and birthing out something new that is helping save humanity. It's able to embrace family. It's able to nurture and heal. So this, like I said something about this could be energy from that Atlantean era. You have a shamanic journey, and it's part of that feminine aspect of you. It's you nurturing this shamanic journey. You finding the pleasure in it, you stepping into that feminine aspect. You could know the leadership of it, you could know how to take action, you could already have the business, okay? But how are you going to nurture it? What substance are you going to give it? How are you going to grow it? How are you going to free it? How is it going to take off? Because you've got to force what you want, this attraction, you've got to fuse it together by your energy, your authenticity. So you have to nurture it and heal it and grow it with what you want to grow. You have to abandon this masculine side of it for a minute, the masculine principles, so that you can math it all together, because there's a little bit of confusion right now that you're seeking balance to bring it all together. Okay, you've already taken enough action, but how are you going to advertise it? What are you going to do about it? There's social networks. Are you going to do it word of mouth? Are you going to put up a billboard? It's something about you finding a way to go beyond wisdom, painting the colors, taking true action. All of this is changing. It's like it's all mathing. You're not rejecting the emotions. The light switches are going on. The panels are going off. I'm seeing somebody that within the next maybe 2 to 3 months, everything is changing because you've started changing it for yourself. Heartache changed to power. Power turned to strength. This could be in a union. This could be in a business connection. Take it for what it is. Even if you have a firm foundation in a lover's union, in a connection where you've put a lot of work, okay? You're doing what you love. You've recognized the highest quality of love, and you're seeing the good in others. It's something about a vibrant health, a healthy relationship. If that's you, take it like the business. How are you going to grow it? What is the substance you're going to put into it? What is the effort? What kind of love are you going to put in it? Is it going to come from energies of past experiences? Not unless it's one of true growth, and you're not going to display them to others because you understand the past experiences. This is bringing you in an abundance of wise counsel, good fortune. It's a good relationship. It's a good career opportunity. You've got money. You've got love. You've got blessings beyond blessings. They want you, look, you've got partnerships, teamwork coming in, okay? You could have a white dog, you could have a brown dog. I'm seeing a castle, I'm seeing the angel stand above it. It's something about the color majestic blue, okay? It's that divine energy in you. They want you to pay attention. Do not worry. You have to let any fears go away. Fears are lack of faith. Lack of faith says you don't trust the Creator. Do you think you get blessed for saying you don't trust somebody who's done nothing but be there for you? I don't think that that's how that works. So because you trust, because you have faith, there's announcements, there's celebrations, there's blessings. They want you to step in the energy with close people. It could be 3 to 5 people. Because when this comes through, they want you to walk away from any situation that causes you drama. They want you to stand in your power and only challenge those who choose to battle the divine. When they battle you, they will battle God Himself, because you are in this perfect placement for your contract. You're in your North Node. It's people you can trust now. It's people with the same energy. Your psychic gifts are at an all-time high. There's messages coming to you about new emotional experiences, some type of romantic encounter, a social invitation. I've already said that. You're going to be traveling. You're going to be able to juggle this. It's going to work out perfect. You're balancing your budget, because you're not messing with people who lack integrity, have questionable motives. The seeds have been planted. Like I said, those trees grew too. The ones of integrity, the ones who have questionable motives. You know where there's harvest at and where there's not, okay? You learned all you could. And now it's time for you to take quick, fast action. You've got an emperor popping out. So as you have this divine feminine energy, now you have this masculine energy with this renewal coming out. It's you being organized, logic, Increasing your success by taking charge, accepting the leadership role with structure and discipline. You're heading in a new direction. It's one of your heart. You could be this Queen of Wands. You could be in transit past the chains. These chains that were holding you back, they were illusions, so you wouldn't take the next best step. But you got the wise counsel. You're very passionate, charismatic, and you're just trusting your instincts, staying focused. You could be working a lot of hours, but these hours of work, which could feel like an energy overload, don't stress. Just let it stay in the flow, because this is going to honor the correct balance in this. Okay, it's 10-10, where one thing closes, another door opens, where one is stressful, one is light. Okay, dark and light is perfect balance. So everything's being released. You're like this lucky little unicorn who escaped the worst situation and come out this empress with their emperor connected by divine wisdom, divine knowledge. You're not overanalyzing. You've got clarity and you know what to do. It's because you've awakened to everything. You've awakened to the memories of the past. You've awakened to the hurts of the past lives. You've awakened to the betrayal of the karma. You meditated. You've seen the past life energy. You've seen what you had to let go of. You've seen why this river was flowing. There's been a shift, a change. It's a new start. Sudden, unexpected progress. Then somebody bends, and then it's more than just friends. Black and white. Inspiration. You found your light. You've seen the blueprints. All right, collective, you followed the light. You've seen your blueprints. You're walking into divine love, divine union. It's emperor, empress status, king and queen. They rise. They've risen. It's you getting public recognition and rewards. Okay, victory. Victory. I'm hearing victory. And Jesus, my Savior, came today. And then there's a transformation. That Savior came on that white horse. That was the divine coming in, filling you up with this information, with this energy of love. Look, divine union, king and queen of cups out here, trustworthy, loving, compassionate, psychic. You're the alchemist. You're the workaholics. You're thinking clear. You're the dreamer. You're the one that holds the vision. You're the one that has strength in the vision, truth, and clarity. Okay, so you're powerful. You're moving forward, okay? You're moving forward quickly. If you have a question for the divine that you're asking at this moment, everything's happening with perfect timing within the next few weeks, okay? This opportunity is coming to you in the next few weeks. Your angels are telling you just to ask your angels for assistance, okay? Because you're going to get the synchronicities. You're going to see the answers. You're going to know what to do. They'll send helpful people with peaceful resolution into your life. And that's how they're going to help you with whatever your question is, whatever this opportunity is, this job, this situation. Like I said, within the next few weeks, okay? Yeah, you could feel like everything is slow movement because you're in this slow, this pause, the stop, the ponder, okay? Stop trying to control the timing. Next week, I'm telling you, everything is divine timing. Show me the initials or something they need to see, something. It could be something to do with an ER or DY, RD. The doctor, healing alignments. Look, okay, so something about Dr. B, O, that could be the initials of a doctor, and they could be at a hospital, okay? Something about an ER doctor, maybe they work on the weekends. Something about WS, Wes, a boss, the ER head boss, maybe the manager, something about that. Yeah, right on track. Something about an F, TTF, and RY. Something about maybe your twin flame being ready, or that could be your initials, something about that. TLF. Tender loving fun is what you're going to have next week, okay? All right, collective, we have Mr. out here too. Something about brown, the name brown. A leaf, red. It's you seeing things as they are, collective. Maybe you're leaving things on red and just taking off. Something about that. Look. There's Queen Angel out here. You have hidden information and it's channeled from the divine. Take off, have fun, take action because it's your time to shine.